everybody, and welcome to my channel. It's your girl Busy, aka Miss BKLA, and today I'm coming to you on the B-sides, and we just gonna talk. We just need to talk because, oh my god, it's been just so much stuff going on, so we need to really talk. I'm coming to you live today from my new little setup, and again, you will be back to me at pajama therapy. So I just had to take a little bit of time off to get it together. But enough about that, and on to this. So shout out to your homeboy Derek Jaxn for basically being the biggest hypocrite of all time. I was really kind of past the whole thing because my whole thing is like, not like for lack of better words, but I kind of feel like sometimes you kind of have to become a better person by going through stuff. So I just kind of assumed that maybe in the past life he was like, out there. I mean, again, the dude's not ugly. You know what I'm saying? He built, like, let's just be clear. I just knew that dude was out there, and even when he was presenting himself as a single man, it was almost kind of sort of like he was coming across as like that dude that you could go to get advice. Like, he was like the good guy, like the cute good guy, like, you know what I'm saying? And when it popped out that he was married, I was like, okay, kind of a little bit of a side eye. But then I said, well, maybe he kind of like Drake, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna hide the world from you. I'm not hiding you from the world. Because again, his whole fan base was based on him being perceived as a single man giving women advice. So, I mean, it is what it is. But this is where, for me, where I've gotten like, damn, this is kind of messy. Because, we all know about John Gray. And for me, for lack of better words, when you present yourself as one way and you're really another way, that's what gets you caught up in the madness. So John Gray came across as the good guy. He was the pastor, he just, the good guy who did right. That was his whole stilo. And, as time went on, you kind of realize that dude wasn't really that much of a really good guy. I mean, he was very disrespectful to his wife. Amongst the cheating, just the way he talked down on her, I'm like, oh, okay, but all right, okay, whatever. So needless to say, John Gray, his stock and his value, whatnot, has gone down due to his cheating, because he came out with it the first time. Okay, everybody's like, everybody makes mistakes, and that was all good. And then the mistake kept happening over and over and over again. So, it wasn't really a mistake. It was more like a choice. And therefore, yeah. So, so with that being said, when John Gray came out with his thing, Derek Jaxn, amongst others, was real quick to jump out there, put in a 2 cents, a 3 cents, whatever. So now that Derek Jaxn is now in the hot seat, John Gray took it. Now, John Gray, a pastor, for one, or supposed to be some type of pastor, life coach, whatever. So you put yourself out there like you're like guiding the people. So guiding the people means being petty. Anyways, so with that being said, he took to Twitter, he put some stuff out there, whatnot, basically like, kind of sort of like on Derek Jaxn, kind of sort of in the sense of like, oh, like how you like, how does it feel now? You know what I'm saying? Like, now, we ain't no different, which is true. They're all in the same game. They is all in the same narc gang. Okay, the narc gang. That's what they should be. It's just a gang of narcs, and they just keep getting jumped in all the time. That's what they do. So anyway, so again, you're supposed to be a pastor, but you're out here being petty. What you were supposed to do was say, yo, you know what, this is, your dark night of the soul. Let me, extend the olive branch, being that I've been there, because I was there. I'm there. I'm still there. Let me guide you through this, so you can keep your coins, because the route you going right now, you ain't gonna have no coins, and your wife is gonna make sure you don't have no coins. So with that being said, here comes Peter Guns. So yeah, Peter Guns and his whole narrative of, this whole terror. Yeah, we not doing that. Neither one of us is Tara. None of us is Amina. We not putting up with that, period. So your whole claim, opinion, basically trying to prove that you right and we wrong, will always fall on deaf ears, because anybody with a half a brain, a cup of self-esteem, will know that it's not cool to be triangulated with a narc. Okay? Again, they all in the same gang, all right? From just different parts of town, different chapters. They just branch off and recruit others. It's a thing. Okay, it's not game. So moving on, still talking about Mr. Jaxn. Again, like I said, so amongst his own stuff and the pettiness and everybody like basically chiming in, and you got Lil Duval out there, you know, he even got his Instagram back, and so he out there and he's like letting it be known, like, you know, dude, like I told y'all be listening to this dude, like y'all might as well listen to me, because, you know, I'm speaking the real. Now his wife and him, they get on and I watch it. It was kind of cringeworthy. The behavior, the holding on, the like the beret, the no, I just didn't like it. I felt like his wife downplayed herself and kind of came across as uh for lack of better words, I don't want to say ditzy, but like lost kind of, because like you acknowledge that your husband got caught cheating and you acknowledge that you know everything, and that's what's up. And then, you know, of course you have the Bible and the Lord, and that's what's helping bring you through. And, you know, to each his own, everybody's marriage is what it is. But when you continue to go on and on, it just kind of made me think like maybe, well, one, he definitely had to pick the right one, because that's why he's still alive. And then two, it just made me think like, should people really be like checking on you? Like, because I don't think you really understand the dynamics of what he did to you, or maybe somebody needs to explain to you how a faithful marriage works, or even just the fact that he's a cheater. Like, and again, like it goes on, because like he went and filmed this response, and the cold part of the response is you filmed it outside of another side chick's house. Like, where they do that at? Like that's what we do, dead ass, that's what we do, that's what we own. And then I guess he must have realized it, because he quickly deleted it, because the girl, I guess, address or something or whatnot was like in the video. And I'm like, so you just said all on the thing that you ain't seen, and that this is last year, and that this is all past tense, and basically, you know, all Tosh K and everybody is just lying, and these side chicks just trying to get their money. And I'm like, first of all, I just apologize to the girl, because she a whole Pisces. So the more you call her a liar, the harder she gonna go to prove that that's what she ain't. Because I'm the same motherfucking way. Don't put that L on me, baby. I'm about to throw on as real as it come, baby, and I stand by everything I say 10 toes down, okay? And even if I'm off, I could have been right, and if I'm right, I'm gonna make it right, whatever. But the thing of it is usually when we are, as a Pisces, stand 10 toes down on some shit, understand we have receipts. Gut instinct, intuition, and receipts. And for lack of better words, or for your own personal, because ain't nobody trying to destroy you and hurt you, we'll come across you nice. But when you get to trying to play as ignorant, oh baby, we gonna go low and low and low and low with you, and then just kind of smack your ass in the face with the truth, and then go on about our lives. Because you shouldn't have tried this, especially when I tried to be nice and allow you to do your thing, but you want to come at me and make me the problem, like I was cheating. I wasn't cheating. You was cheating. You want to blame me for the cheat, but you want, because I ruined your life, or did you want? Yeah, right. So just apologize to the girl so she could stop busting you out. Anyways, so with that being said, it gets kind of deep with this, because when the wife out there and she really like, yo, that's my husband, you know, this, that, and the third, you know, it's really dope, and it's commendable. But did she really understand, like, this dude went out and bought her and the side chick the same type of perfume, so therefore I guess when he was around the side chick and he would come home, he couldn't really get busted out because they would have the same perfume. That was some thought. You put some thought in that. And the way she walking around the house is weird to me, because if you was filming like this, it ain't no way you at home, you know what I'm saying, in lingerie and stuff. So you was wearing perfume in your picture. I don't know. I don't know. But hey, to each his own, because maybe that's what she do. She wears her perfume in her pajama. Baby. Brainwashed. Brainwashed. That's what it's like to be brainwashed. Anyways, I just say, you know, instead of laughing at the girl and her whole outfit and all that, which I feel like that was a ploy to downplay the wife, so it make it look like, okay, you know, he ain't had no choice but to cheat, because if she was all hot and snatched and, you know, well articulate and on point, it would be like, see, it wouldn't make no sense. But the fact that she downplayed herself is almost kind of sort of like she sacrificed herself in order to prove his point. Now, I get it. He brings in the coins and all that, but integrity, self-respect, all that, just, okay, just whatever. It's your life. It's your life. Live your life. Just live your life. Anyways, so again, all in the Narc gang, I just feel like, you know, you allowed your wife to go out there looking mad crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's really some twisted ass shit because you just was there last week and you said it was last year, which is cool because I learned something new. You know, I got like 3 brothers and all, and I didn't realize that. You know, I remember them telling me like if a dude tell you it was 3 months, it was really like 3 days ago. I get that, but now I learned that last week is the new. Well, excuse me, last year is now last week. So if a dude or a girl or whoever you talking to tells you that whatever they did happen last year, that shit happened last week. Learn something. That's my takeaway from that. Again, my advice on the whole thing is that, again, I feel like at the root of it all, I still think that you always have to go through some shit to know how to preach some shit. And we all sinners, you know what I'm saying? We all out here doing something a little dirty or a little to the side or whatnot. And even though we doing something to the side or whatnot, we still should take into consideration that people make mistakes. And some people make narcissistic mistakes, and some people make mistakes and they learn from it and they move on. Needless to say, I feel like the advice that he gives is coming from a pure place, but we just gotta take into consideration he ain't no different from a rapper. He gonna say and do whatever he gotta do to sell his videos, his t-shirts, his books, his tours. It's the same thing. When we sit over here and we listen to these rappers and they be telling us about all this that they doing, all that they doing, and then you turn around and you really see what they living like on the inside, you be feeling mad stupid, because a lot of people really do take this music or what they see and they take it to heart. So again, if you're already at the point of having to look for advice, usually that's the first indication that something is wrong, because ain't nobody getting advice on some shit that's going right. You know what I'm saying? So again, take accountability for where you at and what you doing and what you got going on. And again, the advice is just that, it's advice. Ain't nobody telling you to really go out there and break up with your dude or hold him to the standard, because again, the dude that you met ain't the same dude that Derek Jaxn is. So if you know that you met Thugger off the block, you can't expect for him to be sitting over here doing the same thing that Derek Jaxn is doing for his wife, and vice, you know what I'm saying, versa. If you know that you got you a square ass dude, don't expect for him to be out here just ready to knock niggas heads off and just be on some thug hard shit, because that's just not who he is. It's just not. You know what I'm saying? All right, moving on. So anyways, like I said, like I said, with all that being said, shout out to Derek Jaxn for bamboozling all these women and making everybody, you know, hold these dudes to this 10 or this line or whatever. And basically, they ain't even no shout out. That was pure sarcasm. But okay, there you go. Versus. So now we all been kind of waiting on it. It's already been hitting around. We already kind of knew it was coming. It was only just a matter of time. SWV and Escape. Can't wait. I ain't gonna do the song like that. But anyways, my basic opinion, because again, I already knew it was coming, is SWV has a special place in my heart, because literally that was like the first CD I had ever purchased on my own, out of my own pocket. That was my first CD I ever purchased. Now, Escape, on the other hand, defined who I am, still almost kind of sort of to this day, off that first album, even to like the second and third. But it kind of defined who I am, you know what I'm saying? My style, my personality, the way I act, the way I talk, like they kind of like define who I am. TLC a little bit, but Escape kind of like really like narrowed it down. You know what I'm saying? Like you can really be like tomboy and girlish, but still be like sexy as fuck and all that. You can transform and still be cool. Like that was it for me. So both of them hold a very special place in my heart. So of course, you know, it's gonna be hard. So technically I'm not rooting for nobody, because of course it's always BK all day, but in my mind I really think that I'm from Atlanta. So I'm just all over the place. So all I say is I'm gonna sit back and I'm gonna enjoy it, and I can't wait. I'm more concerned with the Scots versus Candy than I am SWV versus Escape. Like I'm waiting for that. Okay, I'm waiting for that. In the talk about verses, Trina said that she wants to verse Little Kim, and I'm like, oh, that's not a good idea, because like so Little Kim kind of like, so, and then like, so Trina's like pretty girl music. You know, use what I got to get I want, but I'm pretty. You know what I'm saying? And then you have Little Kim, who's more like, I'm Big Mama, I'm the queen bee, like, you do what I say because I walk in the door, you know what I'm saying? And it's like they both got their own lanes. And Trina, like, I big you up because, like, you there in your own right, like, you your own legend in your own right, like, consistent. Like, Trina, like, you Trina. But then there's little Kim. Now, Kim got them hits, and not only did she got them hits, she got hits, and her hits span from like the 90s to the 2000s, and she's still making music, you know what I'm saying? And for Trina, don't get me wrong, you got that music too, but you know what I'm saying? A lot. I just don't think it's a good matchup. Now, maybe like Trina and Eve, because I feel like they would kind of complement each other a little bit. I think that Trina and Kaya just need to get out there and do it for the culture. I mean, why not? I mean, I know what Trina said and how she said it and all that, but this ain't even about y'all. It's for the culture. Like, it would be for Miami, like, all day. And I think that Kim should just go ahead and verse Foxy because, again, it's for the culture. It's BK all day. So that's where I feel like the verses should go, but unfortunately, I don't make the rules. They do what they do. I just want to see it. So like I said, the baddest bitch versus the queen bee. I don't know. Like I said, I still watch it nonetheless, but I don't think that it would be a good matchup as far as like hit for hit. Because off top, I feel like Kim would take that. Sharon Osborne, Sharon. So I don't know. When I started watching the Osbournes show, I kind of realized that the whole family was low key trash, and you know, this the way they look. That's not the right thing to say. I just kind of figured that they are those type of people, and it doesn't shock me how she came out and what she said and how she said it. I feel like that's just who she is, and for lack of better words, we all have our moments where we are very, I guess, racist or whatever, and I think that her moment just happened on TV. So with that being said, I think she felt like this was going to be an easy conversation, and it's never an easy conversation when it comes to race. Now, as anybody probably knows, she's pretty much has walked away, and I personally feel like they're just going to do away with the show eventually, but they just can't do away with the show altogether now, because then it would seem like they're canceling the show because of all this, that, and the third. So basically, they're going to go ahead and, you know, pay Sharon out and let her go ahead and go. And I just have a feeling that probably after then, when this season's wrapped, we probably not gonna hear from the talk again. It's just my opinion. Mona Scott Young came out, and she was kind of like basically on some, you know, why y'all don't put me on the same pedestal as Andy Cohen and, you know, all the other producers that basically have black people out here looking crazy. And I mean, and for a simple fact that she even said that, it just make me feel like, so are you dumb? Like, where have you been? Like, are you not like, and I get it, you know, she's Haitian, and a lot of times, especially with the Caribbean people, they kind of like segregate themselves from like African American issues, and that's a whole nother topic for another day, because that'll be a 5-hour video. So you know what I'm saying? But back to the coup de grace at hand. The reason why, for me, Mona Scott is looked at in a different view as Andy Cohen is because, or excuse me, let me back this up. So when this popped up, it took me back to this interview that I watched on T.I.'s Expeditiously when he was interviewing 21 Savage. And they brought up this the story about Morgan Freeman, because Morgan Freeman narrated his mixtape and yada yada yada. And if you haven't listened to the mixtape, you should, because it's bomb. And I love 21 Savage. He channels like some type of my energy, but in a weird way. But I'm not, you know, so dark and whatever. But check it out. So anyways, so they were talking about this, and basically, you know, T.I. went on this rant about how, you know, as you know, he was, you know, basically drunk, and he went to the table read, and first Morgan Freeman kind of like read him like, nigga, if you don't get your ass up here and do this table read, like, who you think you are? You mad disrespectful? Like, we got all these A-listers, and you think that you just gonna, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nah, because he in the studio with like Young Thug or something. Like, are you crazy? Like, these are A-list actors, and if you don't knock this nigga shit off. So, you know, basically this is what Morgan Freeman said. Not exactly his words, but I'm just interpreting, so we're gonna just take it from there, right? Because that's what I do. So with that being said, he goes on to basically, you know, tell him. So T.I. basically gets there, but when T.I. get there, he drunk as fuck. He just, you know, on some whole still nigga shit, right? He falling asleep all at the table. Everybody trying to wake him up. Now, all the other actors, they not tripping. They not saying nothing. They're not thinking about him. They just whatever, like, can we just go on? So then, you know, finally, I'm trying to speed this up. So finally, Morgan Freeman, you know, slams his hand on the desk, and he on his head like, yo, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, wake up. Like, nigga, what is you doing? Like, you disrespectful, whoopty wah wah. So dude ends up, you know, it's the end of the table read, everybody go their way, whatever. When they go their way, T.I. get a phone call. Basically, they like, listen, we know we're gonna pay you your contract. We understand what we gotta do to get you out, but we don't want to work with you. Like, Morgan Freeman don't want to work with you. He all in his feelings trying to figure out why. Like, out of everybody else, why was he not tripping? Moral of the story is, nigga, the reason why they wasn't tripping is because it was expected of you. It was expected of you to come in there on some rapper nigga shit, drunk, high. They just felt like you was handed the opportunity because of who your name was. And we all know how the politics of Hollywood go. Like, we don't need no whole introduction into that. But in the same token, they basically knew what the politics was, so they been used to it. You think you were the first rapper that they ever worked with? They didn't work with other rappers before. They know how this go. This was expected behavior from you. But as that black man who knew what it was like to come up and have to go through the trenches to get to where he at and to see you on this nigga shit, he checked your ass. And you still didn't even kind of get it because in your mind you came and you just didn't understand or correlate how you was out here making us look like this. It look stupid. You just had us out here looking dumb. Like, you take that shit seriously. Whether the movie tanked or not is either here nor there. Your impression of them is that you just a regular typical ass rapper ass nigga. So when the next big project come up that may or may not tank, you think they gonna call you and ask you? No, not unless they need a drunk rapper. So with that being said, that's the reason why, Mona Scott, you can't do the same shit that Andy Cohen and all the rest of these people do, because you look like us. Whether you represent black culture or not, you sure have no problem with using them to put them coins in your pocket. So if you're gonna do that, at least represent us in the light right, you know, in the right light. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we have drama. Yes, drama sell, but you also control the narrative. You control that narrative to make sure that when you put us out there on the screen, that not only do you show the fuck shit and the ratchet shit, but then that you also show how we fix it and how we evolve, and that's not how we live every day. Like, you get what I'm saying? And I get it. You make money off of people doing the most, and you promote for people to do the most, and this is how you get your money up. And again, it's cool. It's whatever, but don't sit over here and be blind to the fact that you don't understand why you're held to a higher tune, and why I don't expect for Andy Cohen to look at me and be like, oh yeah, we care about her culture and we care about how she look. He cares about ratings. If they could still have us out there fighting and throwing shit at each other, they would. But because it just became too much, they had to cut it out. But if you think that they could get away with it, they would, baby, they would. Okay, so please miss me with that. Miss me with that. You know exactly why you can't do everything that Andy Cohen and them do. Even if you still do it and people sign themselves up to get it done, you know why you look that differently. Please don't play dumb. I don't like that. People just be trying to play dumb. And again, back to the whole thing. And then the other part that I wanted to say too was, when you think about it, Married to Medicine is also on Bravo, and consecutively, I want to say like 9 seasons. It's been on for a minute. And again, the same type of reality show, but the integrity of the women control the narrative of the show. And that's all I'm going to say. So don't sit over here and say, oh, is this, because they have the same type of reality show. And again, the integrity of the women on the show control the narrative. So don't tell me it can't be done. And the show still has been on for many seasons and doing very well. So again, stop it, Mona. I hate, don't play dumb. Yeah, that was that. Let's see. About to wrap this up. So your homeboy DJ Academics, I just you know how just certain people that used to be like, I don't even know how they got here, why they popular. Like, he mad corny, and he's a shit starter, and he's an instigator, and he really is mad corny, a mad corny shit starting instigator, and people still fuck with him. So he gets on Twitter and he basically, you know what I'm saying, on some shit, bigging up Migos and all that. And I'm like, you know, like bigging up Migos, but putting down a women and just on some whole weird stuff. And I'm just like, yo, how much more do you need to prove that you just don't like women? Like, how much more do you need to prove that you are extremely upset and mad? Because even in your best of dreams and in your worst of days and your best of days, there's no way that you would even be able to pull Sweetie's best friend's hairstylist, let alone Sweetie, no matter how hard you try. Even down to Cardi B before Love and Hip Hop and after Love and Hip Hop. I don't give a damn if she lost her right. I still don't think that she would sit over there and go, academics is the best that I could do. Sorry, I just don't see it happening. So you get out there still acting mad corny, still being your typical self or whatnot, and just looking like the dummy that you are. Mind you, Migos has been kind of like off the grid for a while, like off the grid. And if you kind of really think about it, the only two Migos that we see, because again, Takeoff, I don't know, he left off Bad and Bougie, he been left off the scene, he need him a famous girlfriend, or he needs to go out there and get somebody out of jail. He gotta do something because he ain't, you know, we ain't seen him. And you know, but the two that we have seen was Quavo and Offset. Why have we seen Quavo and Offset? Because of the women that they dating. Nobody wasn't really checking for Quavo like that. But when he started dating Sweetie, they was like the cutest little couple, and everybody started to, ooh, who is he? And then, don't get me wrong, it helped him get into a few doors because, again, they like, yo, you was able to get her. And then the way they portrayed themselves, like he was just this wonderful guy, and he to her, and they was just the cutest little couple, and none. Yeah, so, I don't know. But anyway, so I would just say, like, I understand you trying to big them up and they might be in the studio, whatever they doing, you know, that's cool. And I'm glad you like Migos. But I don't really think that they need your help by way of putting down other women in order for them to help sell their stuff. I don't really think they need your help. I also just want to ask things like, when you do that, like, what point do you prove? Does it help you grow? Where's your girl at? Like, do you have to be this corny? Like, those are just some of the few questions that I be asking when I see him doing some of the dumb shit he do, and I still just be questioning, like, so nobody was listening to Joe, but nobody listened to Joe when they said that this dude was okay, all right, and the receipts that he left behind, okay, all right, yeah, so. In closing or whatever, yeah, ain't nobody really tricking or tripping off Migos. Migos is Migos, and you know, without Cardi B and Sweetie, wasn't nobody really kind of keeping Migos relevant. And now that everybody knows what's going on, it's kind of keeping them in the spotlight. So again, if they do go out or whatever, I'm sorry. So whenever they are putting out music or whatever, it kind of helps to sell. Now, here's the fun part. Chances are, when that fool wrote this verse, don't you think that him and Sweetie was together? So just do your thing, boy, do your thing. And even if they weren't together, it's just a simple fact that if that's how you have to promote Migos, try something different. It's just try something different. All right, y'all. So I'm about to get up out of here because I don't want to make this video too long because I got some other videos to film. My next video, I'm going to talk about the movie. It's called Friend Request. It's a BET movie. It's crazy. Y'all, I'm going to talk about it because, you know, I like them little twisted, low budget, straight to DVD movies. So I'm going to be back in a little bit and we're going to talk about that. And yes, I'm going to still keep on the same outfit because, you know, I ain't got time. I'm going to upload this, take me a smoke break, and I shall return. But in the meantime, while y'all, you know, looking at friends requests and doing your thing, getting your snacks and all that ready, while you're getting ready, I already mentioned you need to listen to the 21 Savage mixtape. Oh my God, I have it in my head. I damn near memorized all the lyrics and I can't remember the name of it, but I'll post the link down below. Of course, Phife Dawg, you know, rest in peace to Phife. He put out his album, and the song Nutshell with Redman is off the chain. Make sure you listen to that. My baby daddy / boyfriend / husband, who just don't really quite know it yet, Conscience, dropped his Never Sober album, and baby, that picture, the print of the pic, the quality of the pic, go to his Instagram. Damn. The quality of that picture was really nice, and it just let me know that everything that I had pictured and imagined, yeah, that's my man, y'all. And, you know, when you in that mood and you ready to relax and take your bath and get ready for pajama therapies, make sure you listen to Kindred. I don't know what it is about Kindred, just soothes my soul. But the song Far Away is exactly kind of sort of how I've been like in the mood of feeling. I don't know. So like, anyways, get into it, check it out. Anyways, guys, bye guys. Until next time, stay busy, be dope, and always hustle. Ciao.